Hi everyone, so it's Thursday the 11th of April today, so it's day 11 of Vlog Every Day in April. I think I might carry on doing these after April, but I'm not going to make any promises. I'll see how it goes. I'll see if it becomes habit. I don't really have anything, any particular rant or subject to talk about today. Maybe something will come to me in a minute. I've just been researching my Minecraft show for tomorrow and found a bunch of interesting stuff, so I think there'll be enough stuff. Bit of a struggle, main struggle I seem to have every week at the moment is finding good fan art, because all my sources that I used to use tend have like DeviantArt and stuff tend to be completely clogged up with rubbish and I go through all of it trying to find something that I like, and I have actually found one piece for tomorrow that I really like, that I think is actually really cool. But yeah, when I find the piece I want to use, it does tend to jump right out because there's so much random stuff. Even when I filter and sort by popularity, there used to be just tons of really cool stuff, and I guess a lot of it I kind of showed over time. I guess when I started doing my show, maybe there would have been a big backlog of, because I didn't start the show when Minecraft first started, so maybe there was already a huge bunch of past fan art when I first started that I went through first, and then I was kind of keeping up with regular stuff, recent stuff. But it does seem to be getting a bit thinner, which makes me think that maybe it's one of many things that makes me think maybe Minecraft isn't as popular anymore. But I did see a thing about Google search trends today with Minecraft people searching for Minecraft on Google just going up and up and up and up. So it can't be the case. And of course they have recently hit 10 million sales. Which I guess as long as it's still selling, then it's going to hit milestones. But I don't know what the sales rate is like. But looking at the search trend, I compared it to other games, like League of Legends is something I feel like maybe I should play more because it seems super popular on YouTube. And I looked for this Google search trend for League of Legends, and it just doesn't even compare. Like, it just kind of has a scale of 100 that it just scales depending what it's looking at. So it's just kind of like percentage. So in comparison, like Minecraft is like 100 and League of Legends is like a 1. So it's like 100 times more. I don't know what the actual numbers are. I literally couldn't find the actual numbers, but it just kind of shows you, compares things. Maybe I was looking at the wrong kind of chart. But supposedly it's still super popular. It's just really crazy how it just there's always talk about how long Minecraft is going to be popular for, and there's always a sense that maybe it's starting to wane, but I don't know looking at stuff today, like actual statistics, because you can get a sense yourself. Having played Minecraft a long time, it feels old on a personal level. But then when you look at actual statistics, actual facts, it doesn't necessarily seem to be the case. In fact, that's a subject I could talk about, briefly mention. That's a really big thing, that there's a writer who I'm a big fan of called Timothy Ferris, who wrote books like 4-Hour Work Week and stuff, and he's like a productivity kind of genius and lifestyle whatchamacallit. But he's a big advocate of that, of actually testing assumptions, and it's something that since I've learnt about it, I become quite obsessed with it sometimes, and it also becomes a huge annoyance of mine that other people, and generally normal people in general, including myself before I learnt about it, most people don't seem to do it at all. Most people just seem to have presumptions and ideas about stuff and beliefs and whatever about things, and they never actually test it to see if it's true. And sometimes those aren't even things that they've, like, sometimes you have a misconception about something because of your personal experience of that subject. Like, I'm trying to think of any examples. I mean, the example at the moment is whether Minecraft is popular or not, you know. And statistics seem to indicate that it's still really, really strong, when the general feeling of a lot of people who've been doing YouTube videos about it for a long time is that, oh, well, it's not as popular anymore. But that might, I'm not sure what the answer is at the moment because I haven't looked close enough, but that might not be true. Just because we feel like that's the case doesn't mean it's actually the case. And so that kind of applies to everything. And the area it annoys me the most is in politics and people voting, and so talking to people voting and saying, why are you voting for such a thing? And they say, I'm voting for such and such because I think this. And quite often that's wrong as well. You know, if you say I think something, then you don't actually know something. And sometimes, yeah, and I don't know, there's loads of stuff people just kind of, they don't actually recognise the difference between facts and opinions. And you need to recognise, I had a rant on Twitter a while ago about people who don't realise that sometimes their opinion about whether something is good or not, especially when it comes to computer games, they think if they don't enjoy a game, then that game is not an enjoyable game. Like, that's a fact. And they don't seem to recognise that it's their personal preference and taste, and that other people might enjoy that game. You know, anyone who does enjoy that game, they go, well, that person must be stupid, person must be wrong, because it's not a good game. And there's no such thing, it's just all a matter of opinion. So that's, yeah, sometimes the other thing about facts and opinion is some things are open to interpretation. So it's a problem if you think that your opinion on something or the general opinion on something is a fact when it's not, when it's something that is, oh, I don't know, it's hard to explain. So that's one side, and then the other side is people thinking that oh yeah, that's another one. So that's like people thinking that opinions are facts. The other problem is sometimes people think that facts are open to opinion, and that's the most annoying thing. Some people think that there's a really good quote from Isaac Asimov who said something along the lines of because we live in a democracy, right? Because it's the best form of government that we know of, but it's not perfect. One of the things of living in a democracy is that it promotes this idea that everybody's opinion is equal. And it's just not true. Because some things, like I'm saying, some things aren't a matter of opinion, some things are a matter of fact. And so if one person's saying, this is true, this is statistically true, and another person's saying, oh, but I don't think it is. And that happens a lot in politics, by the way. That happens a whole load in politics, with some people saying, hey, look, we've actually studied the statistics, and this is true. This is scientifically proven. And people who that's not in their best interest will still say, oh, I don't believe that's true. I think there must be something wrong with that. And they don't even look to see if they can find what they think is wrong with it. They just believe it is wrong. So anyway, that's a possible subject for a future video. I hope today wasn't too rambly. I did have a list of things that I was thinking of talking about, but they're all really, really boring. So I might just quickly mention. Actually, no, I might just save them for later. Basically, they're all just like obscure things from my day. So anyway, I think what I'm trying to say is, this might be a subject for a proper video, is especially if I actually sit down and have a think about it and come up with some proper examples, which I'm lacking here. But what I'm trying to say is, always question your opinion. Never presume that you know anything. Always, whenever you think, oh, I think this, always take a second to think, now, is that actually true? Do I have proof of that? Do I have evidence of that to make sure that I am doing the right thing strategically? You know, this comes up in YouTube a lot, you know, when it's like, oh, I think I should do, you know, I think I should do this type of annotation or something, or I think I should take this strategy. And it's like, is that actually a good idea? Or do you just think it's a good idea? Or have you actually tested it? Or have you Googled it? Have other people tested it and see if it works better or not? You know, you should never do something just because you think it's the best thing to do. You should always actually try and check and see if you can find solid evidence showing that it's the best thing to do. I guess that applies to life decisions, I guess, and stuff. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. I hope that's something to think about anyway, and maybe you guys have stuff you can weigh in with of maybe times when you've been surprised to find out that you were wrong about something when you actually tested it out. Let's say that. Okay, I'll see you later.